Okay, shall we begin? Okay, thank you. It's less crowded, I think. And welcome. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Today I'm going to present to you is commercial satellite constellation system, and it was established by China Great Wall Industry Corporation. And I'm going to tell you now it is the opportunity to find a way to enter, first of all, to cooperate with China, and the second thing is to find a way to enter the China commercial space market. Okay, so let's begin. Good morning. China Great Wall Industry Corporation, as a pioneer of Chinese commercial space, would like to introduce you to the world a truly practical and revolutionary project, Hongyansat Constellation Project. Hongyansat Constellation System consists of 60 LEO small satellite, global data service center, and miniaturized multi-type terminals combined with inter-satellite link technology. It can easily realize real-time two-way communication in the range of 100% global coverage. Why we are doing this is because, according to International Telecommunication Union 2016, there are still lots of area on this planet couldn't covered by mobile network. So what I'm going to show with you is a solution to this problem. And you can see on this PowerPoint, there is several parameters. And there's also still some of the functions. First of all, data exchange, and the navigation augmentation, automatic dependent civilian broadcast is short for the ADSB, and the automatic identification civilian is short for AIS. As its function, Hongyansat is particularly suitable for IoT applications such as maritime, transportation, meteorological, environment, oil, gas, or so on. A lot of areas that we can be used by these constellations. And this is why Chinese commercial company will do this kind of project is to, first of all, we want to earn some money. And second of all, we want to provide global communication services from Chinese side. Okay, as you can see in this picture, satellite weight is 118 kilogram. Lifetime is more than 6 years. Constellation have 5 plans and 12 satellites, including 2 backup satellites, distribute in every plan. Data rate is 100 bps to 9.6 adjustable. Combined with low consumption and the large capacity, we can fully meet the demand of low power wide area network applications, short for LPY. In here, in the corner, we have the capacity of this communication and constellation support 550 million messages collection and 150 million messages exchange. With this kind of capacity, we can easily realize every application scenario in the area of low power wide area network. The second page is the navigation augmentation. We can use our constellation to help navigation systems such as GPS and the Chinese Beidou navigation system to promote their navigation accuracy. What we are doing here is to move the reference stations from the ground to space, and that will provide a centimeter level navigation before that, and centimeters after that accuracy on this planet. Of course, our application in this function will be enormous, such as public applications, aviation, transportation, GIS applications, maritime, logistic, and agricultural. The third is the constellation. We will provide a global aircraft and maritime civilian systems using a space-based ADSB system and the AIS system network. We can make it possible to extend visibility across the planet. Constellation will enable real-time transmission of ADS-B and AIS report from equipped aircraft or boat on the ground. And this kind of system that will make us to help every company on this planet, airline company, to make their surveillance more visible. And there will be no MH317 for the Malaysia, like Malaysia. And we can help every country to surveillance their aircraft if they're for free, if their aircraft is under unusual circumstances. So let me talk a little bit more about aircraft surveillance. 70% of world's flight information region are currently uncovered by the real-time surveillance. Terrestrial surveillance systems such as radar and land-based ADS-B are limited to the line of sight and can be expensive to implement and maintained in the remote location in areas such as oceans and the polar regions where there are no other surveillance options. The ability to provide optimum flight profile and routes is limited. Full surveillance over oceans and remote airspace will bring more efficient use over ocean, and remote airspace will bring more efficiency to use airspace. Okay. So next one is fixed asset monitoring. It is one of the most important application scenario of Hongyan-Sat constellations. We can provide means for fixed asset monitoring using related sensor in or on the assets, realize long-distance data transmission and the assets remote control in every corner on this planet, so that we can help customers, most of all is the equipment manufacturers, to improve the efficiency and the productivity of mining, oil, and electricity, and so on. Okay, so to improve the marine information collection and transmission system, Chinese government initiate Intelligent Ocean project. Through gathering the information such as locations, water qualities, oil spillings, and so on, from the buoys or other vessel on the sea all over the world, Hongyan-Sat will serve Chinese government in all kinds of possible way. And to mention, there already agreement signed between us. So that's application scenario. The next one is IoT market will reach $1 trillion in the year of 2020. As the biggest part of IoT, LPY are getting more and more attention around the world. As a supplement of the ground network in IoT, Hongyan-Sat possessed the capability of accommodating hundreds of millions of subscribers and tens of millions of concurrent subscribers. Combined with the figure of the small transmission power, chip-scale terminal, and then real-time two-way communication, Hongyan-Sat fully met the demand of IoT applications. And in the right side is the typical application scenario of Hongyan-Sat, Internet of Vehicles. Until 2016, there are about 2,000 million cars in China. Imagine the transportation company with a fleet of 100 trucks every day. Those trucks carry tons of food or goods from China to other Asian countries. How to improve the visibility of these 100 trucks so that we can increase the productivity of this transportation company, where there is no cell phone signals most of the time, and teleoperator has to change when truck cross the border. Hongyan-Sat, a solution provider for this matter. We can help fleet manager not only to track routes and get real-time reports, integrate with the location and the status of their 100 trucks, but also we can help them to remote control their fleet, such as temperature control and mechanical control, and so on. And this is the public communication services. The population of China is about 1.3 billion. President Xi Jinping said in APEC that there will be 700 million person time travel outside China in the next 5 years. Hongyan-Sat is planning to establish we have already talked about the cooperation with the insurance company, that we want to put our services into their, combined with their insurance, that we can establish a global rescue platform which will provide emergency communication services to overseas people. Platform contained mobile broadcast, emergency rescue, emergency communication, and location services. That will make sure every people in China can travel safe outside China. Okay. Integrate Hongyan chip into a cell phone. We can push weather and local travel information to you. In the meantime, emergency rescue will record routes and real-time location information. When you need assistance, platform will inform nearest help around the world without adding extra burden and minimize the standby cost. Hongyan support lots of kinds of communication form, such as message, pictures, voice, and so on. Imagine the Hongyan network is a communication-free zone. We can help mankind to cover every corner on this planet, even in the Antarctic or Arctic area. And this is our schedule for the establishment. Our first set will launch at 2018. It is now under construction. It will be finished at the end of this year. And we will finish our first plans in the 2019, and it's for the global coverage. We can start with the IoT mixed access monitoring business. And I'm sorry, there must be 2021. We will complete the Constellation in the year of 2021, and 60 satellites will realize the global real-time communication services. And this one is our plans for the next generation of our satellite constellation. First one is narrowband constellation. The second one is broadband services. And we will maintain the first applications, the frequency, and also we can maintain their customers in the first generation of the satellite. And after years of international cooperation, China Great Wall Industry Corporation believed that a successful commercial system must be an international commercial system. So we invite all the potential customers and partners to join us to construct, operate, invest, and share this constellation in all kinds of ways. Actually, I'm talking here is because we have the intention to doing this job, and we have the access to the Chinese market. And if anyone wants to do this constellation with us, we will highly open to the world. And Hongyan is a commercial system. It's the Internet of Universe, and we are always online. Thank you. So I may have time to answer questions. Thank you.
So. Number of questions on my side. First of all, could you elaborate a little bit more about the spacecraft that you will use, which you elaborated a little bit about the size, the mass, etc., but who would be responsible for delivering the satellites and designing the satellites? So my understanding is that, second question, the design, the development and the manufacturing of the satellites has already started.
Yeah, the first one.
Okay.
So our plan is here. We want to make our first satellites by Chinese side. So we already cooperate with the China Aerospace is our boss company. China Aerospace Science and Technology Corporation is the biggest space corporation in China, as you may see, and they make our first satellite. And
is it CAST?
Yeah, CAST.
CAST.
Yeah, it's a CAST.
The Telecommunications Satellite Division.
Not exactly, but some kind of subsidiary.
It's the smaller one.
Yeah, smaller one. Yeah, smaller one. And our launch vehicle, as you ask, is now prepared by the CAST. It's from another subsidiary entity from the CAST China Corporation, Space Corporation. And we will find our first satellites were launched by the CZ-11. And our constellation for 6 satellites launched in one rocket is CZ-2, CZ+2. And our network need to be repaired, maintenance, and it will have the CZ-11 for 2 satellites one time in one rocket. Okay, thank you. Yeah.
Can you elaborate on your ADS-B functions and how is it similar to the one which has been launched already called Heron, which is basically a Canadian-based
Iridium. Yeah, I have heard that Iridium, you mean Iridium, American company, right?
Yeah, and
Yeah.
Canada.
Canada, yes, of course. We are, after I seen their website, they have some parameters on their website that said they have the real-time report, ADS-B report, can get back from the aircraft. And we think we have the similar functions here, but our difference is there is only one constellation that serves ADS-B market, but it is not safe for us because, you know, once if the Iridium company has some issues on their constellations, there will be no global real-time ADS-B report getting back from them. So we can say that it is the backup plan for the Iridium satellite constellation. Also, we can say it is the services that Chinese side will provide to the world. Thank you. Thank you.
ADS-B transponders have become very, very small. China has a very lax law towards the use of UAVs.
Yeah.
You're going to have lots of UAVs, also high-altitude UAVs. Is there any plan of integrating a kind of ADS-B service for these UAVs operating over China?
We have plans for UAV. You know, the authority of Chinese government, they have already have plans for their aircrafts. The ADS-B services is us. We already talked about the cooperation, already signed agreement between our 2 corporations. And about the UAV, it is for the general aviation space area, and we may have served them, but it's not sealed yet. You know, there's a lot of application scenarios, such as the transportation of the goods and other taking pictures, agricultural. They all use UAV plans, and we can insert our DS chip scale terminals into the UAV, but there needs to be a standard for the Chinese authorities to make, and then we can use our global network, communication network, to serve them, to help them to surveillance this kind of job. So this must be, I think, is the biggest market in China, and we have already talked to the authorities.
Another question on my side.
Sorry.
Who will be the operator of the constellation?
Now it's China Great Wall Industry Corporation. It's our company. It's for the leading entity for this operation of this constellation.
It won't be ChinaSat.
What do you mean ChinaSat? It is, you know, CDWSC is a country-owned company, right?
Yeah, the ChinaSat, my understanding is that ChinaSat is the CASC-owned satellite operator operating telecommunications.
Yes.
So I was wondering if it would make sense that ChinaSat, being the operator of the geo telecommunications satellite, would also be the operator.
No, we are the operator of these constellations. ChinaSat is just a manufacturer, I think. They may not use this. Thank you. Thank you.
So, what is the size of? I don't catch you. The size of the satellite you are targeting, and is your constellation already fully funded? Is it private funding or public funding?
You mean the fund?
Yes, the funds and the size of the satellite.
The size of satellite, I believe there's sorry, I have to go back. There is Here. We have the site here. You mean the body dimension, right? It's about 600 and 1,000. Yeah, and we found, you mean the company that operate this?
Where did you find the money to fund?
Now we have several funding directions. First of all, inside China, and I also have the funding from the Thailand, from the Pakistan. They all have the interest to fund these constellations, and we are more than welcome to get money from everyone here, every countries, if you have the intention to cooperate. It's open-minded, but we believe that our fund is there, and we don't need any more money. But if anyone wants to give us, then fine, we can talk cooperations in many ways. You know, there's not only spacecraft, they're not only the space segment, we also have ground segment, we also have the application, the terminals, we have all kinds of places to put body in. Yeah.
So I've heard something about inter-satellite communication link.
Yeah.
I didn't really quite get what that was here. What frequency?
Frequency is S.
For the intercommunication satellite link.
The link is frequency is S-band.
Sorry?
The frequency is S-band. S-band, yeah, and we have the inter-satellite link in the same plans, not all the satellite link technology. So there must be a lot of ground stations, at least five ground stations, or one in the polar region.
So no inter-satellite links, yeah?
Excuse me?
So no inter-satellite links, everything up down, yeah?
I don't really get you.
So you don't have inter-satellite links, everything will go up down.
No, we have inter-satellite link in the same plans. That 12 satellites have one inter-satellite link, and another 12 satellite has another one link. So we have 5 links in 5 plans. They are S frequency, they are S-band.
What is the data rate for that link?
What do you mean?
Data rate.
Data rate is now 2M, but for now. But according to the ADSB need, I heard that they need 1 M at least. So there must be extra band for the other function of this satellite constellation. Okay. Okay then. Okay, then if anyone want to talk about this, we can talk in private under the stage. So thank you all, and welcome to cooperate with Chinese commercial space. Thank you.